Hello and welcome to day 25 of my Craft Room Clearout Series, where I use my stamp sets one last time before I say goodbye. I'm Sarah Jane from Cards and a Cuppa, and I'm doing a new stamp set every day, Monday to Friday. And today we're using the Giggle Greetings stamp set, which is a lovely watercolour, or you could use blends, alcohol markers. A lovely stamp set to colour in though, so you can see I've used it quite a bit and looking forward to having a play again today. I've got these nice scallop circle dies, which the scallop is on the inside, and these are from Pretty Pink Posh, so they should look nice. I think I'm going to do the cherries image with the circle, and I've got watercolour paper to colour on, and my stamping positioning tool, because I'm going to use stays on to stamp, so it's probably going to take a couple of goes to get the image on there. So I have a piece of Canson watercolour paper. It is only just big enough to get this die on it, which is fine, but I'm going to position the die first, get my stamped image and place that in the right place. Add my magnets to hold the paper in place, and then remove the die. Close the lid over, and then I'm going to ink up my stamp. So I'm using stays on because I'm going to watercolour this. As I've just said. It always needs a couple of goes, I think, on watercolour paper because it's so textured. I perhaps need to re-ink my stays on as well. Okay, I'm not going to risk that again because it's lifting slightly. So I'll leave my stays on out so I remember to re-ink it. I'm just going to clean my stamp now. So I'm just going to use some stays on cleaner. The others in the set are okay, so they don't need doing. But then I'm just going to use a baby wipe to take the cleaner off the rubber stamp. Now this doesn't work with photopolymer stamps. Well, I think it does, but doesn't do them any good. So this is just for red rubber. The stays on cleaner. And I'll pop that back in there and leave it open so that it dries. And put this away. Okay, so now I'm going to die cut out the image before I colour it, I think. Use some post-it tape to hold that in place. Right. Ah, that wasn't the look I was expecting. Okay. So that wasn't the look I was expecting, so I'm going to add some washi tape on the back to hold that in place. I might colour it in first though. So I've got these Zig Clean Colour real brush pens, and they're perfect for watercolouring. So as you can see, I've done a little sample on the top using watercolour paper, and then washed them out, and so I can see what colour I'm going to use. So I'm going to get the Have they got names or just numbers? Yeah, carmine red, and what's this? Persian blue, and I need like a pale grey, I think, for the bowl. Yeah, light grey. That says violet. Let's have a look and see what that comes out like. That's not got the right lid on it, has it? Pale pink. Try that one. Let's sort that out later. Okay, so I'll colour the cherries first, and I'm going to use my water brush for this. Now, I'm not an expert colourer by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to use an aqua painter. So I'm just going to hit that with a heat tool to dry it. And then, like I say, I'm going to add that back into the circle and washi tape the back of it because I quite like that scallop effect around the edge. So I'm just going to put some washi tape on the back. Just hold that in place like that. So I've got Pacific Point card base, and then I've got this Pretty Petals Designer Series paper stack with this nice matching coloured paper, which I think will look quite nice with it. And that's score at 14.8. It's already been cut at 10.5. It's already in my stash. Oh, let's score it straight, that would help. And I'm going to cut this paper, but I'm going to do the card sideways so it opens like so. So I need to make sure that the paper faces the right way because this is a right way round paper. So I'm going to cut that at 10 across, and 14.3 that way. And so then that sits on the card like that. I think I need a bit of ribbon to go on there, but nothing too heavy. So how about this, more spots? Yes, but rather than wrap it round, I think what I might do is staple it to the card and then just tie a bow. So I'm going to stick that onto the paper first. I'm going to do that with Tombow because of the die cut. And I've got my mini stapler, and I'm just going to twist the ribbon a little bit more. And then staple on the twist. And then add that to the card base again with Tombow. I'm just going to put a little glue dot on that just to hold it. Because this lacy ribbon is slightly flexible, so you can't tie it too tight. Anyway, a glue dot just holds it in place. Well, we might have some sequins, mightn't we? Not sequins, we've got these flowers for every season gems. I'm going to add them with a fine tip glue pen. And so that's today's card using Giggle Greetings, lovely sentiment and image set from Stampin Up, and I've made this little cherry bowl card with it. Don't forget, I'll be making a card every day, Monday to Friday, on my YouTube channel, and posting also on social media if you prefer it that way. So Facebook and Instagram at Cards and a Cuppa, and I hope you follow along for more. I've got a lot more stamp sets to work my way through till I reach my goal. Alright then, thank you for watching. Bye bye.